competition of the trio tournament, Nigel.
That's right, David. Of course, Team Spirit advanced last week, defeating Team IQ Superior, but it's interesting, David, to see all of Team Exile out here tonight. We've not seen them all together in quite some time.
Well, you're right, Nigel. Of course, we saw Exodus come out alone a week or so ago, and she battled in a singles competition. Then we saw Genesis come out and battle in competition, where she won. She told Ice Cold and Exodus to stay in the locker room and watch her match. And now, it seems things have been mended, and all three are together in this tournament. Wouldn't that be something if they shock the world and win it?
And their opponents from Dallas, Texas, Los Angeles, and San Bernardino, California, Steffi Slays and the Mighty Mites, Sugar and Spice!
Steffi Slays was selected by the Mighty Mites. The Mighty Mites, Sugar and Spice, went to Stephanie and said, hey, we've been watching you on WoW for several years. We're new to the league. Would you mind coming with us and entering the trio tournament? And Stephanie said, certainly. And here we have it. Sugar and Spice. Everything nice. Steffi Slays.
There they are. You can see Sugar. She's using her hands to spread a little sugar, she told me earlier in the day, to the audience, to the fans of Women of Wrestling.
And remember to help the home audience, Nigel. Spice is in red, Sugar is in yellow.
That's right, David. And of course, Sugar wearing the yellow like sweet as honey now, as Steffi Slays in the purple, locking up soon to be with Genesis, who fancies, by the way, herself the leader of Exile. I'm not sure that the other two, Ice Cold and Exodus, quite agree, but it's interesting to see them in the ring all as a unit tonight. We will see if they can stay together. They haven't been on the same page as of late, and certainly if they're able to pull off a victory, that would solidify their standings. However, David, they're in such a spot now that I think a loss could spell the end for Exile.
I want to explain something to the home audience. The Trios tournament is ever-flowing. People are coming to me and wanting to gain partners, ask other competitors to join them. So it's not a typical tournament where it's brackets like the NCAA, where you see New Mexico versus IU and Illinois and Ohio State. Of course, you can jump from the Big Ten. These teams are coming together, just like this one came together, where they went and asked Steffi Slays to join them.
They certainly did. And Sugar now with the crossbody and gets a one count, says referee Ben Scheinberg. Competition at an all-new level. And of course, Sugar and Spice, who have come from the school of hard knocks, Jesse Hernandez, have won trios matches before. But as a unit with Steffi Slays, they don't have the same experience as Spice, with a very spicy spine buster and a moonsault, courtesy of Sugar.
They got their foundation with Jesse's school over in Santa Barbara, but they came to the Wild Training Center, the only all-female championship training center in the world for women in Los Angeles, California. They perfected their moves, and they've become a team in WoW. And right now, Spice is doing it to Exodus.
She calls those the jalapeno poppers, and now Spice connects with Exodus 2, and will it be enough to advance? And no, just a half a
Those
second away.
jalapenos, Nigel, I know when we go out to eat, you love it hot, baby. I can't take it like you do. You put hot things in your mouth all the time.
I tell you what, David, Exodus is heating things up in the ring right now, introducing the head of Spice to that top turnbuckle and really making her pay. Exodus now, inverted DDT connects. Referee Ben Scheinberg over in the corner of Exile.
I think Exodus popped up on purpose there. Instead of getting the 3 count, she wanted to dish it out and then tag her partner right there, Ice Cold, and do this.
That's the Casadora splash. Referee Ben Scheinberg says again 2 count Exodus. It's quite interesting to see her for somebody that wasn't out here for her teammates just a couple of weeks ago, David.
Here we go.
Ice Cold throws Spice.
Well, remember, Ice Cold wanted to come out, but Genesis told her just stay in the locker room.
But don't forget, David, Exodus has been MIA, missing in action as of late with her team. Nonetheless, Exile seems to be on the same page so far now as Ice Cold in the middle of the ring. Good place to be, no way to reach the ropes, but Spice still in this matchup. The determination of Sugar and Spice, and of course, Steffi Slays, who has been with WoW for quite some time now, and is certainly one of the fan
Nice
favorites.
right hook, Nigel. Sorry to interrupt you there. Look at that. Ice Cold coming to town here.
You can definitely tell Ice Cold is coming into her own, and that Exile
No
has
doubt about it.
has
she
a
is
team
really
advantage.
advanced, Nigel, in wrestling. All vis-a-vis going to the WoW Wrestling School in LA.
That's a great point, David, and of course, all styles, different kind of styles studied at the WoW School of Wrestling, and that, of course, brings you the top competitors here at Women of Wrestling. Big leg drop from Genesis and broken up by Sugar. Ice Cold in to even things up now, and this thing has turned into a melee really quickly, David.
Uh-oh! Genesis over the third rope as Steffi Slays pulled down that third rope. Spice in the ring. Sugar goes out. Sugar is caught. And here comes Spice, and she takes them all down like bowling balls.
That's right, David. It's a suicide dive, or as Spice would call it, a tope suicido. Nonetheless, a victorious move, and Steffi Slays.
Genesis hit her head back on that steel rail. Exodus in the ring with Steffi. Now going up for a possible monkey flip.
Monkey flip sends Exodus all the way across the ring, and Steffi now.
Steffi tags Spice. Spice jams into Exodus. Steffi goes to the outside. Ice Cold's got her. Spice on the inside. Exodus moves out of the way. Scheinberg, the referee's got the action. Genesis jamming away on Sugar on the outside. Spice thrown down. Slam. Here comes Ice Cold.
Ice Cold with the temperature drop, and it connects to... Wait a second, why did Genesis stop it just to get
Genesis moved Ice Cold over.
She said, I'm the leader, I want to make sure I get the
Genesis
cover.
takes the pin.
Here are your winners, Genesis, Exodus,
I've never seen anything like that.
Team Exile.
Genesis moved Ice Cold to the side.
Introducing first, accompanied by the fabulous Lana Star from America's Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, Penelope
Well, the fans didn't hesitate to let them know what they think of the fabulous Lana Star's protege, the former WoW World Champion, Penelope Pink. Penelope Pink, if we get a chance later to hear her speak, I don't think we will, though. Her voice is a little weak from getting over a cold or a flu recently. But don't you doubt for a second her wrestling ability is weak. It's powerful. There she is, the former champion and member of the Fab Four, Penelope Pink.
Well, quite the dynasty is the Fabulous Four. And of course, Penelope Pink, most recently, David, lost her rematch for the WoW World Championship, taking on Abilene Maverick. But thanks to her own partner in the Fab Four, Vicky Lynn McCoy.
and her opponent from St. Paul, Minnesota, Candy Crush.
I enjoyed having Vicky Lynn McCoy with us a few weeks ago. She had that neck brace on. Here she is, boxer turned wrestler. There she is, Candy Crush. Candy Crush.
It's so nice we have to say it twice, isn't it right, David?
I love it. Look at that. Isn't that? I've never seen a boxer come out looking that snazzy, if you will. I don't even know if that's a word in today's generation.
Well, David,
Snazzy.
Snazzy, it might be a little antiquated, David, but we know what it means. We know what it means.
I'm going to bring the word back.
Nonetheless, well, you're definitely the one to bring it back, David, as Crush now.
Why is that? Because I'm old?
Well, no, because you're a snazzy dresser, nonetheless. You called me a fashion plate one of our episodes. Now's a roll-up from Crush. Crush, who we saw in the back with her interaction with Princess Aussie, former WoW World Champion as well. And she didn't seem pleased at all that Aussie was only here to see her loss to Genesis and that break in her undefeated streak, David.
Here we go. Oh, roll up.
by the former WOW World Champion Penelope Pink. Now, as you mentioned, David, Lana Star has one thing on her mind, and it's getting that championship gold back on that mantle. And of course, tonight, later on, Sweet Heat has the opportunity to become a #1 contender for the WOW World Tag Team Championship. So Lana Star definitely has her plate full tonight.
She always does. Penelope telegraphed that, and Candy Crush has taken advantage of it. Penelope, I've got to tell you, fans, just so you know, the former champion of WOW has been suffering from, I would say, a severe cold. They even did a COVID test, and of course she passed with that, and she took 4 days to quarantine herself, Nigel, in a hotel, and she made it here about 3 days ago, so clearly she's back to normal. I asked her how she felt this morning when she flew in, and she said 100%, I'm ready to go. That said, that takes something out of you having a flu for a week.
Well, it certainly does, David. The recovery period, and of course having to go through it, and with a roaring forearm, it looks like Penelope Pink is not letting that slow her down. Beautiful high knee from the former WOW World Champion.
Well, Nigel, Penelope Pink is showing exactly why she was a champion of WOW. She's delivering here on all cylinders on Candy Crush, but Candy Crush is not allowing a pinfall yet. She's got the intentional fortitude of a boxer, and it's showcased here as a wrestler. Candy Crush, the crowd getting behind her. Punch by Crush. Penelope retaliates.
Penelope Pink fully confident and in control of this matchup. The only reason I bring it up, David, is Candy Crush seems to be a half a step off tonight, and it seems like maybe something is on the back of her mind now. As Penelope Pink looked like she was trying to do a back handspring, but rolled her
Is that the right wrist that's in trouble?
Looks like it was the face buster, and it's nice to see Penelope Pink on top of her game after that loss, of course, to Abilene Maverick. But now Crush going for the monkey flip, but sent right on her back, courtesy of the former WOW World Champion Penelope Pink. Roll up here now, schoolgirl roll up by Candy Crush.
You saw Penelope Pink miss that maneuver. The timing of her maneuvers, the excellence of her execution, I think is suffering slightly from that flu.
You're right, she definitely has had to overcome quite a lot to be present here at tonight's television taping, but nonetheless, she is having a strong showing, David.
No doubt. She's a champion, former WOW champion, but I mean a champion in life coming from Detroit. Entering professional wrestling and accomplishing all she's done. Penelope Pink is a winner. Of course, I don't agree with her teaming up with the fabulous Lana Star.
Lana Star has caused you
And that agency she's got, Mark Rossler, is representing her at CMG.
Ooh, and Crush, did you see how she slipped when she went for that Georgia Bulldog?
I did, Nigel, and that doesn't make the tailbone feel very good. Not at all.
Swing and a miss. Ooh, goes straight down face first, courtesy of Penelope Pink. And Penelope Pink, oh, the short arm DDT now.
That could be it.
Referee Page tells us
Crush ain't
2.
gonna pop out.
And again, both of these women putting it all on the line here tonight, hoping to be in title contention and join the line of challengers. Is at the door of Abilene Maverick now. Penelope Pink going to the second turnbuckle.
You know what? I've never seen Abilene even speak of Candy Crush. Candy Crush is a secret weapon in WOW for Abilene Maverick.
And that's what she calls the Pink Exchange. And that's a 3 count, David.
Here is your winner, Penelope Pink! Introducing first, accompanied by the world's greatest attorney, Sophia Lopez, from Guadalajara, Mexico, international sensation, Tormenta!
from Mexico on Tormenta's dime, by the way. She took her event money for the evening and flew them in as a celebration of the fabulous mariachi music from Mexico.
That's right, but unfortunately, David, the mariachi band being here still couldn't put that WoW World Championship around her waist.
You got that right.
And her opponent, from the darkest depths of your mind, the Beast!
And that jealousy was coming in and interrupting what could have been the Beast Championship victory party for putting the gold back around her waist, Nigel.
That's right, David, the Beast, the biggest, the baddest, had the WoW World Champion Abilene Maverick pinned after a destructive powerbomb. A powerbomb, by the way, David, that no one in WoW has ever kicked out of. Tormenta made it her business to run in and interrupt the count, costing the Beast the WoW World Championship. Now these two women at each other's throats, both believe that they are the rightful champion here in WoW. Both women walking into this matchup with a purpose, David.
There's no doubt. Tormenta, former Mexican champion of the entire country of Mexico, in there against a powerful Beast, a specimen that is unmatched in professional wrestling.
That's right, the Beast, a former WoW World's champion, taking on Tormenta, an international superstar with over 17 years of professional wrestling experience. It's a Guri by the international superstar now as Sophia Lopez cheers on ringside. Eddie Firth, your official in this contest. This thing, David, will, I guarantee you, get ugly really quick.
It's not mentioned, but it was Tormenta that flew off that third rope last year in that big match with, I think it was a triple threat match with Reina Del Rey and Tormenta.
Ooh, DDT, David, right on the hardest part of the ring. My goodness, have you seen the Beast pull that out of her arsenal before, David?
No, and this is the danger spot where Beast broke her ankle when Tormenta did that flip off the rope in that triple threat match with Reina Del Rey. Tormenta and the Beast over a year ago. This is the spot. Oh my, what a reversal by the Beast.
And the Beast feeding that steel pole to Tormenta with only her mask being able to protect her face now as the Beast tears into the international superstar Tormenta. Ignoring the count of referee Eddie Firth as both superheroes battle on the outside of the ring.
The Beast is near that barricade. She's got to get away from it. That's steel underneath that barricade. What's this?
Tormenta charged and Beast, take a look at the strength.
Right into the barricade.
My goodness, the overwhelming strength to be able to pick up Tormenta and sling her.
She didn't have a perfect angle on that though, Nigel. She wanted to do more damage than she did. I know that.
She absolutely did, David. No doubt about it. I'm sure that she would like to break her leg or her neck, just like Tormenta destroyed her championship dreams and reign, essentially, David, like you mentioned a year ago.
Beast taken down with that boot, forcefully delivered by Tormenta.
Wait a second, David. Could we see the Meteora from Tormenta? Her finishing maneuver? Could it be it for the Beast? Wait a second! Beast! Beast counters with the powerbomb! And yes, Beast gets the victory here tonight!
Here's your winner, the Beast!
The Beast wins it! Nigel, I thought that could have been it. Tormenta went up high, and she could have grabbed the Beast and then grabbed the victory.
Introducing the first competitors in this fatal four-way, accompanied by the world's greatest attorney, Sophia Lopez, from the land of enchantment, New Mexico, and Los Angeles, California, Sylvia Sanchez and Vivian Rivera, Las Bonitas.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a fatal four-way. The victors get a shot at the guest of Nigel Zane and I right now at the table. On Nigel's left, Kona
think she could be a Tonga twin, David. And the Toxic Wasteland, Reina Del Rey and Wrecking Ball, the tag team known as the Last Call.
Now this is a tag team that would love to make the last call on Kona and Chaos. Of course, they want the silver that's wrapped so beautifully around each of your shoulders. They want a piece of you. There are only 2 of the competitors in this fatal 4-way.
That's right, David. We have 8 superheroes, 4 teams, but only one can win this fatal 4-way and #1 contendership for the WOW World Tag Team Championship.
Accompanied by the fabulous Lana Star from the Magic City, Lori and Lindsay Carlson, Miami Sweet Heat.
What a rich history already in a short period of time. Miami Sweet Heat, lovely Lori, luscious Lindsay. They have a competition of a feud, if you will, with the both of you, Kona and Chaos. There's no doubt about it.
Yes, we took something they had.
You not only took something they had, you drilled their head into a steel chair.
That's right, David. We'll do it again.
Using a little heavy metal, if you will, David, to capture those nice platinum-looking championships, right, David?
Yes, indeed.
And finally, from the truck stop capital of the world, Jackson, Tennessee, Big Rig Betty and Holly Swag,
The Mother Truckers are here right now. The final team to enter this final 4-way. Any thoughts, Chaos and Kona, before we get underway? Uh-oh, here they go. The action is started. Jeff McGowan's got his hands full.
To say the very least, David.
Jeff McGowan.
Get the managers out of here. The managers cannot be at ringside. Lana Star, you must go. Sophia Lopez, you must exit also. Please exit the ringside area.
Well, thank goodness that David made Lana Star and Sophia Lopez go to the back now as these 4 women try to determine who the first 2 will be in this matchup. And of course, 2 women will be in this matchup. But, wait a second. Cross body from Holly Swag from Swag Towing, and the Mother Truckers getting the first lick in, so to speak, here in this matchup.
The Wrecking Ball and Reina Del Rey jamming away on Holly Swag right now. The Tonga twins are with us. Kona and Chaos, the world champions of WOW. They're intently watching this action. One of these teams will be fighting Kona and Chaos for the Tag Team Championship of the world.
And David, during commercial break, I had to ask Kona, and she had quite an interesting answer. Who do you think's going to win, or who do you want to win this matchup?
You know what? It doesn't matter, because we ain't scared of none of them.
Chaos and Kona ain't afraid of anybody, Nigel.
Nope. Never scared.
And here we see Holly Swag poetry in motion.
She was flying high. Kona and Chaos are watching. I noticed you guys took a few notes. Obviously, they are scouting this match as well as just enjoying it.
Absolutely, David. That's what Kona and Chaos have to do. They are essentially looking at their next challengers. We don't know who that is just yet, but Lindsay Carlson says it's not going to be Los Banditos.
All 4 of them want both of you, Chaos and Kona. All 4 of these competitors want you. What does that feel like?
Feels good, David. I mean, we already beat 3 of those teams out there.
Well, you had to beat them again if one of them wins.
David, you said it at the beginning of this contest. Referee Jeff McGowan certainly does have his hands full now as Big Rig Betty tags in on the back of Vivian Rivera. There's so many superheroes in this matchup, it's easy to get confused.
And am I right to assume, Kona and Chaos, without looking up or having the director tell me, you have not battled the Mother Truckers yet?
We haven't.
All right, there you go. Nigel, my brain is still working.
It's still,
I don't need those notes all the time. And now Holly Swag is tossed over the top rope by lovely Lori.
Vivian Rivera with that swinging neck breaker. That's not so lovely for Lori. Now as Los Bandidos looking to take control and maybe the victory to become the #1 contenders. A senton splash from Sylvia Sanchez, but she's cut off by the luscious one.
Lindsay jamming away on Sylvia Sanchez, kicking and booting her to the back, and then Holly Swag gets in a little kick into the back of herself with a boot. Here comes Wrecking Ball taking down Holly Swag. The Mother Truckers are in trouble now.
Wrecking Ball has Holly Swag goozled, and now both Wrecking Ball and Reina Del Rey have Holly Swag up. Big Rig comes in, charges, and is caught with the German suplex.
Taken back, and so is the mother of Holly Swag, Big Rig Betty. The dangerous German suplex that can take your neck out, as Ric Flair once said.
It certainly could, David. Very easily you can break your neck in these type of matches, and now Los Bandidos are kicked to the outside on the arena floor by Sweet Heat. What's going on
Sweet
here?
Heat hits the ropes. Sweet Heat jumps through the ropes and jams all the parties to the mat. The Mother Truckers, Wrecking Ball, Reina Del Rey, last call. All 4 competitors on the outside.
This is the action that it calls for. The Wild World Tag Team Championship, the #1 contender, hangs in the balance, and all of these women, all 8 superheroes, want it for their team, David.
Nigel, could everyone but be counted out?
It could potentially be, but in this type of matchup, David, there is no count out as far as I'm concerned.
No count out, no count out, fans. I am not shy about saying I couldn't remember.
No, David, it's fine. Usually in a tag team matchup, there would be a count out. This matchup is certainly something special. We knew that it was going to take extra enforcement, and so we're going to bend the rules just a little bit, David.
Thank you, Nigel Zane. Here we go. The Los Bandidos are both been thrown into the ring, and here come the Mother Truckers.
Los Bandidos charges, but catches a boot in
Jeff
the midsection.
McGowan's on the outside. He is dealing with Lindsay. Lindsay.
Double
and
shake
Lori.
break, David. 1, 2.
3. We've got a pin. Who's this? Who's this? Vicky Lynn McCoy just came in with a mirror. Penelope Pink. They've just hit the competitors and the Mother Truckers over the head with a mirror. Jeff McGowan, who was with the Carlsons. What is happening? The Carlsons just broke this up. Los Bandidos had a victory due to Penelope Pink and Vicky Lynn McCoy.
They certainly did, David, and now Vicky Lynn McCoy, Penelope Pink with those mirrors have somehow managed to win this matchup for Miami Sweet Heat.
Here are your winners, Lori and Lindsay Carlson.
I hate to say it, but that was BS. They hit him in the head with the mirrors, Nigel.
David, that was highway robbery.
Now you guys want to take on somebody, you might have to wrestle the Carlsons again.